Hello and welcome to my first video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Neca 1964 Godzilla. So going over the details of him. The claws here and the dorsals. That's what I want to talk about real fast mainly. They are painted like the 1954 Neca Godzilla in a... I'll go grab him real fast. They're painted in this grayish color, which makes this guy look like he's from this movie because black and white. And this guy really, when he should be in color, which I don't really like the fact that they painted it like this. And same with the claws, same issue there. So if they would have painted it more of like a bone color, that would have looked much, much better. But what we got isn't that bad. The actual shading on the skin, the gray is very nice, and sadly, it does not go all the way down the tail, kind of just sort of fades out. But it's not that bad. The mouth and the eyes especially do look very nice there, as you can see. Very red. The teeth, now the teeth right here, I feel like the teeth are painted correct, and the claws on the hands and the toes, they should be painted like this versus gray. And then if the dorsals went with like a bone color, like I said earlier, that would have looked awesome. But we got in half bad. So, yes. Going over the articulation, the jaw is on a hinge joint, so it can open and close. I wish it could close a bit more, because he kind of like a gaping jaw look, but I mean, it's not that bad. The head connecting right here is on a ball joint, so you can get all kind of movement there. You can go up, that far, down, that far, left, right, and rotate. The base of the neck here is also on a ball joint, so it makes it look up that much further, or down that much further, I should say. Up that much further, and you can get tilt left and right. The arms are on a ball joint connecting at the shoulder right here. The elbow is on a hinge joint. You do get a rotation out there. Then you have a rotation at the wrist with a hinge at the wrist. And then the fingers are also on a hinge joint, which is totally useless, but it's awesome nonetheless. And we have the midsection here, which is on a ball joint going into the body on top here, and then a hinge joint going into the lower section. So if you heat it up, you get far more, but without heating up, you just kind of gotta push it, and that's about how much of a crunch as you can get. And then you can get that much of an arc, the spines get in the way, and obviously rotation. The thighs, which excuse that. Sorry about that. The thighs are on a ball joint, so I'm going to move that out of the way. You can get forward that far if you want to do it, but regular rotation, you can get forward about that far. Again, if you heat up, you get more back that far out. That's really tight. You can get that far out. The knee is on a rotation. Hope you see that. Rotation there, and a really tight hinge, but you can get that much at the knee. Sorry about that. And then ankles, you can get on ball joints, you can get rotation and a pivot outward, actually really far, and a pivot inward also really far, so you can get some nice wide stances out of them. The tail are on 6 segments in the tail. It connects right here at this one. And they're all ball joints, so you can get it at all kinds of nice poses. And not a bendy wire, like on some of the earlier figures. So it's a bendy wire like the last few sections. Not here, which I'm super happy about. But with not the articulations out of the way, we are on the next section. And of course, the next section is accessories. And you do get a breath effect. Now this is the same, it's a remold, or not remold, a repaint of the breath effect that came with the Atomic Blast GMK. So if you have GMK, just the vanilla one, and you also have this guy, this beam is compatible with him. But with this guy, you can put it in two ways, because since it's not made for him, you have to do it one of the two. You can do it this way, with this little nub you're facing up, just open up the jaw here, and then stick it in, and it will angle down no matter how you do it. So you can do that, or what I like to do, you can do it the other way, which fits in a bit better. Put it in like that, just get it in there. Now it angles up a bit more. So I like to do that, but the actual area here is also facing down, or the flame part is actually facing down, so you would want to do it like that. But it doesn't matter how you do it, or it doesn't matter to me because I don't display him with it. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the size comparisons. And let's go ahead and start off with a couple Godzillas. Here is the Neca Godzilla 2003, which, real fast, I do think that they should have painted this guy's dorsals like this, because I feel like that'd be more accurate to his movie, but how we got it was alright. So that's with him. Now with the NECA GMK, so he is way taller than GMK there. And lastly, the NECA Godzilla 1964, which is very nice. Now, I do want to say real fast that this guy is not only is it my favorite Godzilla design, it's also my favorite Godzilla figure in my collection, which is really awesome. But let's move on to the ratings next. So overall, I would give this guy a solid 9 out of 10, mainly because if the paint was a bit better, like on the dorsals and the claws specifically, then he would be a 10. But either way, this is my favorite figure in my collection, and that's it.